Joining me right now is the Alaska Senator Dan Sullivan. He is also a member of the Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee. And Senator, it's good to have you today. Thanks very much for being here. Your thoughts on this
Good morning, Maria.
Assess the impact on your constituents there in Alaska.
Well, look, the president said there's no short-term plan, but there's no long-term plan. You've mentioned it from day one of this administration. They've been focused on actually killing American energy and American energy jobs. And they're doing that through restricting production, strong-arming financial institutions not to invest in American energy, killing pipelines. So we're seeing the ramifications of this. This entire increase in prices across the country is self-inflicted by the Biden administration. Their policies of killing American energy are working, and it's really working in Alaska, where hardly a day goes by, Maria, where they're not trying to restrict more energy production. But here's the thing. Winter is coming. Winter is coming, and we're going to see higher prices, and this is going to hurt all American families, working families in particular. So it's a disastrous policy that is self-inflicted in terms of a wound to the American people, fully caused by the Biden administration.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why he would kill the U.S.'s ability to be an independent energy producer and then turn around and plead with OPEC to, put more supply on the market to push prices lower. This is taking Americans' disposable income away. They can't spend on other things because they've got to fill up their tank of gas with much higher prices.
Well, you're exactly right. It's the most regressive tax you can think of, and it hurts working families. But the point you just made is also a really important one. They are empowering our adversaries. We're importing 2 times as much oil from Russia than we did a year ago. At the end of the Trump administration, we were energy independent for the first time in 7 decades. Now we have the National Security Advisor, the President, the Secretary of Energy begging OPEC, which includes many of our adversaries, to produce more. I had a meeting with the Secretary of Energy a couple of months ago, and I said, Madam Secretary, I have a better idea than begging OPEC to produce more energy, produce more oil. How about getting the jackboot of the federal government off the throat of Alaskan producers, of other American energy producers?
That's right.
That's what we need. That will empower workers. That will make sure we're strong with energy independence. This is a lose policy. I'll tell you one other area where it's a lose policy.
It would also create jobs. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we have the highest environmental standards in the world, in Alaska, in America, in terms of American energy production. When you outsource the production of energy, you are actually hurting the environment, because the Russians don't care about their environment. Neither do the Iranians. Neither do the Saudis.
Yep. Well, I was just going to say, but we're running out of time, Senator, is as he's empowering our adversaries are rising. We know what China is doing. The CCP going into Hong Kong and throwing freedom fighters in jail, laying down its laws, stealing intellectual property. Now the world is watching Taiwan. Also last night, Biden vowed to protect Taiwan if the CCP attacks Taiwan. No secret that the CCP wants to reunify Taiwan. Real quick on that, do you expect China to invade Taiwan?
Well, look, I think it's important. The Taiwan issue is a critical issue for the 21st century between dictatorship and freedom. And we need to be focused. Over 25 years ago, Maria, I was a Marine deployed to the Taiwan Strait as part of an amphibious task force. We've had decades where we've shown resolve and commitment with regard to Taiwan. But here's the thing. It's not just words that the president's speaking. Once again, it's actions. He's proposed a budget to cut our defense budget, to shrink the Navy.
That's right.
This is what matters most in terms of deterrence, having a strong military. And when you put forward a budget that's going to cut readiness, which is what he's doing, that invites aggression.
Yeah, unfortunately, it certainly does. Senator, thanks very much for your service. Semper Fi to you. We appreciate
Thank you, Marie.
today and
Semper
all you've
Fi.
done. Senator Dan Sullivan. We'll be right back.